what's good? Davey Hoops here, and I'm coming to you with a slightly different video today. As you can see in the title, it's called I Make My Own Look, and I want to just quickly tell you a few stories. Now, the video I uploaded to YouTube was perfectly fine. Went to view it, the music's all over the place. There's music where I'm talking, there's silence when I'm training, complete mess. And for a second I thought, you know what, I'll upload it, put a little note, YouTube's messed this up. But that's not what this channel's all about. It's about quality content for you guys to really get into, and it's also about me setting standards that are unbelievably high. And it's ironic that this has fallen on the day where it says I make my own look, because I think this epitomizes me as a person, and that's where I'm coming from today. So I decided to delete it. I'm coming from the heart today, bit of real talk to give you an insight into how I go about making my own look. A couple of years ago, in fact it was about 18 months ago, before I put 5 stone on in 18 months, I was out running. I planned a 10-mile route, and I injured my calf in the first mile, and I was meeting my wife at my brother-in-law's house, and it was a choice between do I go home, although she'd already left. I didn't have a phone to call her because I was meeting her, and I thought, you know what, if she was in trouble, would I go home, take the easy option, or would I grit my teeth, suck it up and get through the next 9 miles? Yes, an excruciating pain, but it will also develop my character. And I got stuck into it. I ran and I ran and I ran and I walked when I needed to, but I didn't give up. And I got there, and obviously I iced my calf and it healed and it was fine. And that was a little bit of a turning point in my life where I thought, I'm going to go and achieve success. Now, no one could have foreseen the next 18 months, but we're here now and we're going to be chasing that success. What about you? Do you fight when success is facing you, or challenges are facing you? Do you fight for that success, or do you run out the door? Do you fight that fight or flight instinct? And I'm coming from the fighting aspect. I'm absolutely fighting for what I want, and that's changed. So, you know, in life things go down and down and down, and sometimes they keep going down, but you know that once they go back up, it's going higher than you've ever been before. And it's about hanging on. It's about hanging on when it's hard, gritting your teeth, climbing back out that dark hole. And when you're going up so high that you've never experienced anything like that before. And in society these days, it's a pretty even playing field. The good thing about life is it evens the playing field out. It doesn't matter what upbringing you've had. It doesn't matter how much resources you've got behind you. If you're willing to put in the hard work, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. You can go from rock bottom and you can go right to that top. It's about how you deal with setbacks. It's about going, okay, yeah, I failed there. Bring it on. I've learned a lot, and I'm going to use that to go and succeed. Those people who fail and then give up, they're not going to get anywhere. Yes, they maybe have a silver spoon in their mouth. Yes, they may have resources behind them, but in the long run, you're going to be the one stood with your hand up in the air with the success and the greatness in your back pocket, because you've earned it, because you've failed countless times. You welcome failure. It's your best friend. You look at failure and go, tell me what I need to do to improve. And you look at it, you improve, and then you go and succeed. It's not the people who just do enough. It's not the people who get up, do their 9 to 5, then go home and put their feet up. It's the ones who get up early doors, 4 a.m.s, putting in the work before their 9 till 5s, and they come home, they do a bit more. They're staying up midnight, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. They're doing what is necessary. They don't just roll over. They do what needs to be done. They don't just do the bare minimum. They get up and they get after their dreams. They make their dreams a reality. It's the ones who fail but then get up again and fail again are the ones who will succeed. But let me tell you something, Greatness isn't an easy path. It's lonely, it's scary, it's hard work, but you know that the person who's willing to sacrifice resources, time, energy, and to take the gamble on themselves to achieve that dream, that leap of faith, to put all that money on themselves, the returns can be life-changing. Whether it's work and you're doing what you love day in, day out, or whether it's family, spending lots of time with those people you love because of the life you've created for yourself. Greatness can be anything. Greatness can be anything you want it to be. Success can be anything you want it to be. And it doesn't matter what your goal is, but you must have a goal. 70 days, I want to look my best. 70 days, I want to enter a bodybuilding contest. 70 days, I want to take that exam to pass that course that I've been working so hard towards to get that career I'm chasing after. 70 days before I go and start a business and back myself. Become the person that you want to be. Turn your dreams into reality, because nobody else cares. Nobody else cares. And what I mean by that is, yes, people will take an interest. Yes, people will like to hear about what you're doing, but it's your life. It's your life, and you have to chase your own goals. You might upset a few people. Those people probably will be cut away, and you are negative influences anyway. You don't need them in your life. The ones who are there through you thick and thin, they'll love hearing about what you're doing. But it's all about you and what you're doing for your life. I made that decision in January. I was so unhappy. The career I was in, the way I looked and felt, how I was spending my free time, I felt like I was wasting the potential that's inside of me. But not anymore. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm getting up earlier, I'm losing that weight, I'm putting the work in, I'm being consistent, I'm persevering, I'm failing, I'm getting back up, and I'm getting after it. It's scary, of course it is, but if you can learn to love that fear and welcome it, it will inspire you to achieve your highest heights and your greatest achievements. Fear can make or break you. Some people will see fear and go into their shell. Others will embrace fear and it'll push them on. No matter who you are, where you come from, it's that leveler again. So I talk about fear, and something I'm absolutely terrified of is failure. So I'm immediately contradicting myself. I'm terrified of not achieving the life I want, the happiness I want for me and for my family. I want a certain type of life, so my family's secure, but I also want that level of happiness, of enjoying every moment, of being in the present. And something I want to tell you a quick story. A hero of mine, Eric Thomas, I'm stealing this from him. He told a story about a businessman was giving a seminar, and somebody in the crowd said, I want to be as successful as you. This guy was a multi-millionaire, but he also had a lovely family. And the businessman said, okay, I'll meet you at 4 AM on the beach. And the guy in the audience was like, alright, well, you know, it's a bit weird, but okay, I'll be there. So 4 AM the next day, he was there at the beach with the businessman. The businessman says, okay, go and walk out into the sea. So the guy walks out into the sea, up to his waist. Oh, it's a bit cold, bit of a shock, but he's there in the sea up to his waist. Businessman's right next to him, says, okay, go a bit further. So the guy walks out, water up to his chest now. And the businessman turns to the guy with the water up to his chest and says, keep going, a bit further. So the guy walks up, and the water's up to his nose now. And at that point, the businessman pushes his hand on his head. He's holding the guy's head down. It's under the water. The guy's struggling for breath. The businessman releases him and takes a step back. The guy who's under the water takes a deep breath. Oh, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to drown me? And the businessman turns to the guy who almost drowns and says, when you want success as bad as you wanted to breathe just then, that's when you achieve greatness. Now I've had my head held under the water. I know how that's felt, to feel suffocated, to feel as though the walls are closing in and that you just can't achieve what you're hoping to. But I'm telling you this for free. I've smashed down those walls and I'm coming for it. I'm coming for that life, and I'm coming for the greatness and success that I crave. So what are you holding back from? What are you scared of? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to change about your life to have a more fulfilling lifestyle? Even if you fail, it's 10 times better than that person who wishes they tried and failed. I would rather fail 100 times than to have never tried, because that guy who never tried never ended up in the show. That guy who never tried never ended up with that big job. That person who never tried was never happy. Now, what I'm learning is that success isn't about nice cars, fancy jobs, big paychecks, tangible items. That's not what I'm attaching success to. To some, I've had those things. I've had nice paying jobs, nice cars, and my ideology of what I wanted my life to be like was skewed, was blurred, and I was wrong. Success is about how you feel, how you get satisfaction from your life, how you treat others, how kind you are, how you feel within yourself. So let me give you an example. I got more satisfaction from giving a seat up on the bus to an old lady than I did when I secured a lecturing post that I chased for 5 years. Why? Because I was very present. As soon as I got that job, I was thinking about what was next. What was next? What was next? But at that time, and I gave that sacrifice, I felt humbled and I felt satisfied. Success and greatness is found in the simple, everyday actions of average people. So I've got one question to finish this vlog with. Who are you going to be?